So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, like, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. Like, I owe $90,000 and I didn't even spend that much on school.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry, let her go.
Like, any rich person, please tap in. Like, Kourtney Kardashian, like, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start a bidding more. Just fucking take them. What do you want? My left arm too? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my...
I don't know if this is satire. I don't know if she's being funny, but if she's just unintentionally funny, but she's pretty funny. But let's be real. Like, you chose to go to college. You chose the degree field. You chose how you wanted to perform, the location, how much student loan debt you wanted to take on, and the 17% interest rate that you're paying. And that's just not, like, there's no one else to blame but yourself. Is it predatory? Yeah, they're giving out federal loans and student loans to people that maybe shouldn't be. And I think for you, it's just like, take some accountability. Now you're in a predicament because of poor decision making. So it's like, yeah, I hear you. It sucks. You're paying 17%, but you signed up for that 17% loan. Nobody forced you to. We live in a free country. So, yeah, take accountability.
My whole fucking life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this shit when I was 17. Like, this should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have, like, a rich relative who can pay that for you?
Okay, she was 17, and that's why I said they can be predatory, because I'm still paying my student loans, mind you, and being that young, being in a situation, obviously you feel pressured to, you want to excel in life and you want to, move forward with your future. So it's like, it's either student loans or come up with the money. And it sounds like she doesn't come from a successful family that could help her fund the loan, college. So yeah, she did probably make a poor decision, and I give her some grace, being 17 and having to sign for college and not really understand the interest or the impact of it, and now she's paying for it. And then I think that's why they shouldn't, it should be some limitations on how much you can give to kids. It's like, you can go out as an adult, and if you don't have a great credit score, or if you don't have a great history of income or employment, they're not going to give you a bunch of money. But you can go as a 17-year-old. I don't know how much she took out on her student loans, but you can go as a 17-year-old and take out loans and be in debt forever at a 17% interest rate. So like I said, I think it's predatory. It really is predatory, and I do feel bad for being in that situation. But as you mature as an adult, you've graduated, you should be aware, try to consolidate those loans, do something to get the interest rate down, or I don't know, get a lower interest rate loan, and maybe pay off your student loans in full and then pay that. There's other alternatives, but yeah, I think a lot of people did get caught up thinking that, hey, I'll just go to school regardless of what it takes. And that's unfortunate, because now you get stuck in a predicament like this where you're paying 17% and there's no way to get ahead of that, So hopefully she finds her way out of this hole. But yeah, it's a bad situation.
No, my family's poor. No. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am. I can't go in because I can't spend money, but I just want to be here because it makes me feel better.
I feel that, retail therapy, but that's your first problem. You over here trying to spend money when you're already in a dire financial situation. So the best objective for you, young lady, is to go turn that car around, go home, or maybe pull up the Uber app. Get out the Uber app. Maybe you should be doing some Instacart or DoorDashing and Ubering for TJ Maxx or something, because it's just not the solution.
And the Trump administration said they tired of y'all complaining about these student loans. They said, mind you, I ain't say this. This is what they said. They said y'all keep complaining about these student loans, but y'all going to college for careers that you can't make no money in. So they said that if you going to college for something that you can make more money doing something else, they ain't giving you no money from the federal government. Just go ahead and count them out. So basically, if you go to school to be a teacher, for example, right, and the base salary is $60,000, but it's a job that you don't have to go to college for, that you can make $110,000, they're not going to give you financial aid. They said that they're tired of fucking giving money out to people that can't pay them their money back. Now,
This is okay. So this is kind of elaborating on basically the situation that we just seen previously in this video. So I don't know. I'd have to validate if what she's saying it supposedly came from the Trump administration, but to me, I mean, I guess in a sense, is basically what I was saying before. It makes logical sense, like that these kids are young. You should limit what they can loan or borrow when they're so young without any experience, credit scores, because we allow like adults to have limitations because their credit score, their like I said, their employment history, these things I mentioned earlier. So I think they're just taking that approach because I told you it's gotten out of hand. We complain that they're giving out predatory loans, and now we're complaining that they're just not giving anybody a loan. So it's just like, which one is it? You got more people than not that are complaining about the situation for these student loans. So like, for me, this sounds like a solution. Maybe a more stringent screening process to make sure they qualify. Or like she's saying, maybe that career aligns with it, because they are relaxing the requirements for a lot of these jobs. You don't have to have a degree for some of these jobs, especially if you have the skill set to complete the job and you can prove that. I guarantee you that is so much more beneficial than you thinking this piece of paper. We're not in that time anymore. This piece of paper is not the end and be all for everything. Like, it's great to have a degree, and if you're in certain fields, like a specialty field that requires doctors, lawyers, and even then, at some point, I think those would be threatened. So it's like, look, you got to be able to take your future in your own hands and make a logical decision, because they're going to feed you a lot of BS. But I've made a lot of poor decisions, but I took accountability for it, and I have put myself in a position to do better. So I'm going to tell you the same thing. Like, you should probably focus on making better decisions.
a lot of people are saying, so what about like the school teachers, the nurses, and all these careers that you have to go to college for, and you don't make as much money as someone that didn't go to college? Like someone, for example, in a blue collar job. Trump said he don't give a fuck about that shit. He said he really could give less of a fuck. He said, fuck them kids and fuck them careers. If you are making less money than someone that does not go to college, he's not paying no financial aid, and the U.S. government can no longer back your student loans. Now, this isn't the first time that Trump has come from these little ass careers. And when I say little, I don't mean little in the sense that they're not important, because they are extremely important to what we do day to day. We need the teachers. We need the health.
I don't know. Is it, like I said, like, I'm seeing a different perspective. Is it Trump coming for the careers? Are we in a position where we have so much student loan debt? It's become a serious issue to where they're lobbying people behind student loan forgiveness. They're trying to gather people to their party by promising that they're going to relieve student loans. And that still hasn't happened to this day. I mean, with exception of certain things, they've done things to help, to aid, but they're not completely wiping out student loans. That's something, we're already in debt as a country. So for them, it's not like a beneficial thing to do. So I don't know. It's like, which one is it? Should we keep giving out these predatory loans? Is this too strict of a policy? It sounds like it's logical to me. If they're relaxing the requirements and you can get a certificate to be an educator. She mentioned nurses in the mix. Nurses make really good money. Some nurses can make just as much as a doctor, depending on what field you're specializing in. So again, you'd have to clarify that. I get teachers and stuff like that. Yeah, they don't get paid that well. And that's an extremely important career. And a lot of these classes are overpacked. And we're having a teacher shortage because we live in some crazy times, to be honest with you.
Workers. We need the nurses. This is the second time this year he has come for these career fields. The first time being a few months ago when he basically said that these were no longer professional careers. That you could get a certificate and you don't have to go to college for this shit no more, essentially. Now, for the educators, I really don't know how y'all are going to move, because we already have a shortage of fucking teachers. That's why they got 30 kids in the classroom right now, and they don't get paid enough for that shit. So I don't know how that's going to look for us 5 years down the road. long after he's no longer in office, because it takes about 5 to 6 years to get the degree.
You tell me what you think. Do you think it's better that we're strict on student loans, or does it make sense to have the same relaxed policy so people can be in this predicament? And like I said, we don't go through a proper training or courses to teach these kids how to take out loans, when to take out loans, and just align your career path with the amount of debt you're accumulating over that time frame. So I think it's interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think a lot of people need to make better decisions, but I said people aren't going to be happy either way. It seems like they did something, and like I said, that's without me diving into it and doing a little more research, just surface level. But it sounds like they found a solution to the problem. You let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm out of here. Peace.